Hello to everyone watching. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Matthew Schwartzman. I serve as the Legislation and Military Policy Director for the Reserve Organization of America, the only national military organization that solely and exclusively supports the reserve components of the uniformed services. And I'm here bringing this video to you to walk you through the official Government Affairs Readiness Resource Guide for our June 13 Advocacy Day. That's Thursday, June 13, focused on supporting the United States Public Health Service Ready Reserve Corps and other USPHS legislative priorities, including leave parity. And so I'm going to take just a couple of moments here to walk you through the guide, and as I'm walking you through the guide, I'll be walking you through what you can expect for both the in-person element of this Advocacy Day, as well as the virtual contingency option that we have available. Although we are encouraging all advocates to join us here at the Minuteman Memorial Building on Thursday, June 13, in person. And so when you open your Readiness Resource Guide, the first document you'll see is just a welcoming letter from me to you that in print further details what I'm going to outline here in this video. You'll see a copy of the official agenda. This agenda is subject to change, although most of it is pretty much finalized. What I would offer, some of the highlights from that agenda, are we are encouraging all advocates to be here at the Minuteman Memorial Building no later than 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, June 13th. We will host you for approximately an hour with opening remarks, perhaps remarks from members of Congress, as well as a Government Affairs Readiness training that will essentially put you in the best position to succeed with the in-person meetings that you are supporting ROA and other organizations with on that day. And so, as you will see in the agenda, we encourage you to select the lunch venue of your choice, although we will be providing coffee and other snacks here at the Minuteman Memorial Building throughout the day. And so please consult the agenda with further details on the day. The highlight of our Advocacy Day is going to be those meetings that are scheduled in support of ROA's campaigns, which will take place from around 10 to 10:30 a.m. Up until the conclusion of the day at around 5 p.m. But if you are able to work with us in successfully scheduling a meeting for a date that is either before or after that time frame, then we encourage you to work with us in securing presence at that meeting. And so the first official supporting document that we've provided is a template email. Again, this is part of your support of ROA's advocacy campaign in order to get in the door for those meetings. Template messages have been provided. They include highlighted yellow brackets that simply represent areas where you can insert plug and plays to customize the message according to the recipient, as well as according to your own experience in the public health service. And so you may be asking, well, I've sent the invitation message to try to schedule that meeting. What happens next? Well, if that request is not met, you can follow up, and we have a template message for that. But if it is accepted and we have a meeting on the calendar, again, whether that be in person on June 13 or through virtual means on an alternative date, then we've provided actual talking points to use at the meeting, because that's what comes next. These talking points are standardized for all meetings, but then also include customized talking points for specific members of Congress based on their ideology. As you'll see In the document, we maintain that it is critical to ensure that your engagements are in a nonpartisan manner, although it's equally important to consider the member of Congress's ideology when building that case of support for the ask. This document outlines the asks further and then also references certain support documents, which is next on the Government Affairs Readiness Resource Guide. And so 2 of those supporting materials are position papers. These position papers can be sent as an attachment in that meeting request email. They can be used to help, again, build that case of support for the meeting. They can also be used as a takeaway for the meeting itself as well. In addition to the position papers, we also include ROA's statement for the record before the U.S. Senate Committee on Finance from the fiscal year 25 Department of Health and Human Services budget hearing. This statement essentially details the overall ask and the talking points in greater detail. And so we encourage you to familiarize yourself with this document in support of ROA's advocacy on this. We've included a PDF version of the news release that officially spotlighted and announced the June 13 Advocacy Day. And so, again, that just further details ROA's position on this matter and further details some of the steps that we've taken to get us to this point. And then the last document is a PDF that was authored by MOA's Government Affairs Leader for Health Affairs, and that's Karen Rudicelli. She'll be joining us for the Government Affairs Readiness Training that I mentioned earlier in this video. Also included in this guide is a complete congressional staff registry for all 535 members of Congress. This includes key staff in the policy side as well as the office's scheduler. And so that will be the resource that you use to support ROA in actually sending out those meeting invitations that we discussed earlier. What you'll see in that Excel spreadsheet is that it is divided by state, district, and territory. And then within that Excel sheet, it is further organized by the district, if it's a House member, and then also on the Senate side by the member as well. And so I understand pragmatically that upon opening the Excel spreadsheet, it may look substantial, but know that we've done the best we can to organize it to ensure the most efficient user interface. And so really excited again to be your host for our June 13 Advocacy Day. Really excited to schedule and to attend these meetings. You will not be alone at any step in this process. Please know that. But if you have any questions for how perhaps ROA can better support and better position you, please do not hesitate to contact me via email at mschwartzman@roa.org. You've likely seen several emails from me, but it's also right here at the on the cover page as well as on the flyer as well. And so thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in for this Government Affairs Readiness Resource Guide walkthrough. Most of what I've covered is for the in-person element of this event, although it can be easily transferred to the virtual contingency option, which again, further detailed in this pamphlet. Also, just to let you know that for those who are unable to attend in person, on the morning of June 13, you will be receiving a call to action from ROA where you will have an opportunity to send a pre-authored message to your elected officials reinforcing the advocacy efforts that will be occurring here in DC out of the MMB for this Advocacy Day. And so please be on the lookout for that in your email inboxes as well. And so thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in to this video walkthrough. And I'm looking forward to hosting you here at the MMB on Thursday, June 13.